Can I just say like next slide? I just have to everybody.
Alright, hello everybody, I'm Scott.
Sean.
And Cole.
And I'd like to present to you my Dragon Idea game, titled DrakesQuest. So, one day, Drake was just roaming around the dragon world, just minding his own business, you know, doing dragon things, breathing fire and burninating people. And out of nowhere, he was randomly trapped into this alternate dimension through some sort of portal. And he ended up in a dimension where there's nothing but cute creatures everywhere that he finds very annoying, being a big, mean, nasty dragon. And so, he is stuck in this realm and has no idea what's going on, completely confused. And he decides, well, I'm a big angry dragon, I'm just going to go on a bloody rampage and destroy everything in my sight. And that's exactly what he does. Fortunately for him, the way the physics work on this interdimensional time travel deal is similar to the movie The One, where he has to go back and forth between dimensions, destroying versions of himself to become stronger. Well, he's not trying to kill himself, it's just the mere fact that he's in another dimension has caused a rip in the time-space continuum fabric deal, and basically his continued existence in this other realm is pulling apart the existence of that realm. And so by continuing to destroy things in that realm where he does not belong, he is creating a way for him to get back to where he belongs. So how exactly did this happen? We don't really even know. Was it Professor Zoidberg? Was it Dr. Weird? Maybe even the Aperture Science did something wrong. We're not even really sure. It really doesn't even matter, because Drake never finds out. All he knows is he must destroy everything in his path, in his life. So the way I envision this game, it's like a action-adventure kind of game, melee attacks, just flying around, destroying things. I was trying to figure out a good way to progress through this area, and I thought of 3 different systems to base this game on. The one I'm most favor of is have like an experience-based system, to where the more kills you get of these creatures, the more experience you gain, and the enemies progressively become harder, and the game becomes a little bit more challenging. And after you've killed enough enemies, you've destroyed the fabric of that realm sufficiently enough to where a portal emerges and allows you to escape and return to your realm, if you so choose. One of the features I want to push in this game is you can just continue to wreak havoc on this realm as long as you like. It's your choice to enter the realm or not. You can just continue to go until you die, or finally decide, okay, I'm bored of this, I want to beat the game and watch the final cutscene. The other way to do it would be a location-based system, to where like there is a map that's physically drawn out, and you have to just find the portal somewhere. It's not even necessarily hidden, it's in the obvious location. And you eventually discover and say, oh hey, if I go in this, what happens? And you just beat the game and it's over. The major downfall of that is we would have to make the entire levels by hand, and that's limited. You can only make the game so big and so interesting and so entertaining. So I'm not excited, and if you make it too big, depending on the scale, the player might even get lost or revisit the same areas multiple times and be completely bored out of their minds. The other idea I thought I had, and this could actually make a really good like alternate play mode, is like a time-based system. And basically a certain duration of time would have to pass before you're able to exit. And the more enemies you kill, the time would reduce, because the whole idea is you're ripping apart the fabric of space to allow you to exit. So like the time would, counting down, would allow the portal to open. And once again, you have the option to leave the world or not and continue to destroy things. The thing about that was this would almost be like a challenge mode, because having that timing limit would kind of stress the player out. Like, ooh, like the implementation of this is you would have a limited number of health, and if you die, kind of like arcade style gameplay, if you die, game over, you got to restart from the beginning. So no saving, no checkpoints. It's just you're out there, you're fighting, and you survive as long as you can. You can eat enemies for food, you can eat power-ups for food and restore your health, but this mode of play might be a little bit harder because you're forced to be there for a certain period of time. Yeah, I think I covered everything on that. So what exactly can you do in this game? Well, of course you're a dragon, so you can fly around and get around the map very quickly and travel large areas. He has a variety of melee attacks, his claw slashes and tail whips and such and so forth. Ranged attacks, of course, he can burninate all the peasants. And maybe perhaps like a wing flap idea to where you can use the wind to knock enemies down, temporarily disable them, and then go ahead and eat them and gain health. And then we are discussing including the keyboard elves in this game, so of course you can eat their cookies and that would make you feel better as well. Next slide. So who exactly are we fighting in this game? Well, it's open for interpretation, but the ideas we have so far include gnomes from World of Warcraft, the keyboard elves, Smurfs, annoying mascots such as the Geico Gecko, the little pig that went wee all the way home, maybe even Flo from Progressive Insurance. We're not quite so sure. And of course, My Little Pony, or even the Care Bears. Next slide. So, to tell you a little bit more about the game, I probably should have put this slide earlier on, but built this game with Unity, make it 3D, but we're going to go with like a top-down kind of view, so the camera's constantly following the dragon, always in the center of the screen. Yeah, we could have like hills and mountains, but like it really won't matter. It's just a matter of just like flying around, landing, destroying a few enemies in an area, and flying around some more. Some of the AI features that would be included is pathfinding and giving AI to be able to target a flying dragon and throw projectiles at it or go up to it and hit it. Trigger events for enemies to be able to tell whether the dragon is flying or whether he's on the ground or how fast he's moving, things like that. Other scripted things, and one thing I've considered for this project is possibly having terrain generation to where the map is generated as you explore it to potentially allow for an infinitely large map to where you can explore in any direction, and whenever you've killed enough enemies, you can just leave whenever you feel like it. So being able to have an infinitely large map would allow the game to continue as long as you like it, and enemies could spawn in other locations and either get progressively harder or change their tactics or whatnot. So does anybody have any questions for us?
No.
Start with you, Eva.
You said that eventually you kill enough things with portal spawns. Is the portal like a physical thing that just stays there? Like, you forget where it is?
Yeah, we could have it to where, like, if you've gone a certain distance away from it, like another one could open. If you continue to kill more things, maybe more portals would open. After a certain duration of time, like, the portals might become so much, and we might even have it so much to where the level actually physically decays to where you're kind of forced to stop playing, to where there's too many portals and you have to avoid them if you want to keep playing. So we'll see.
You mentioned like the different styles, basically time challenge or versus progression based. Would you consider actually adding both of those in there? Something like your main game might be.
Yeah, the main game could be like the arcade style.
Side element have kind of a challenge mode where that's the time based.
Exactly.
Type.
Yeah, I discussed like maybe have like if you beat the game through the first time in like the regular arcade mode, then that unlocks the time challenge, and like you could have. I'm grasping at the air to find different rewards that you could give the dragon, health boosts, but beyond that, I don't know. After you have so many cool abilities, there's not much more to add. So, any other questions?
You guys have like buildings and stuff that you can just sort of like destroy? Or
Yeah, like with the terrain generation, there'll be just random things that you can just destroy and knock over, various structures and stuff to interact with as well. What you got over there?
Any inclination to include like a final boss as like another dragon that happened to be pulled into, because spending hours killing tiny things while fun and stress relieving, it sounds kind of monotonous after a while.
That is a brilliant idea. We will definitely keep that in consideration. Yes.
So you're killing all these like cute, annoying creatures. Do they like fight back? Is it possible to be killed by them?
Yes, they do fight back. They shoot projectiles back at you. If you get in too close, they mob you. They can probably even jump on you and have one hanging on you constantly, doing tiny amounts of damage on you. But yes, as cute and annoying as they are still friendly. Any other questions or ideas? Yeah, what's up?
What's like the environment? Is like this alternate thing? Is it like a modern society or is it like countryside?
Yeah, right now I'm leaning toward like a grassy plains, mountains, maybe some trees and forests. Like with the buildings, a little bit of buildings in small cities here and there, but mainly just large lands. So, anything else? Yes.
Can you play as Trogdor?
I'm leaning toward a dragon that we've named Drake, and I'm the image I have in my mind is actually Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty. Like just a really big, overpowered, like black and purple dragon, something to that effect. So we wanted to look cool. But I actually thought about tying Trogdor into the like for opening cutscene, like maybe the two of them are hanging out, and then he gets taken, and Trogdor's like, "What happened?" Anything else?
Let's like that.
Thank you very much.